Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Now, normally on weekends we have hold my tea or hold my beer. However, this weekend we're going to just have a look at the tanks that are in store, and we'll do hold my beer, hold my whatever during the week, because I just haven't had time. I mean, I knew these tanks were coming, but lately I just haven't recorded anything. And as you know, I have been off work for around 3 weeks now, and because of the kids are at home, as you can tell in some of the replays or some of the videos, you can hear Kieran in the back, and I can only do that really when my wife's out and my other kids are upstairs. A lot of the time they do come down and disturb me, so getting the footage it's been difficult. However, I have made up my mind, and I'm going to go back to work next week because literally I'm supposed to be self-isolating, but I can't handle it anymore. I have to go back to work. It's not just causing me to feel like shit. It goes deeper into that, and with me around all the time, it's the family life is becoming a bit more difficult. So I'm going to go back to work, and hopefully it will be much better. So this video, as you can see, it is the Progetto 46, which is the Tier 8 auto reloading Italian tank. And when this tank first came out, I tested the tank, and it was absolutely insane. It was broke. I'm not going to lie, it was broke. Wargaming did change that. They nerfed it a little bit, but I still love the tank. I still think the tank is really, really good. And if I'm honest, it is up there at the top of my favourite premium tanks in the game. I mean, the Scorpion G is probably at the moment one of my favourites, if not my favourite. It is my favourite, sorry. On top of that, we have tanks like the prototype, the AMX prototype, which again I think is one of the best tier 9s in the game. And to be honest, this is up there with them too. This is in my top 3 premium tanks. I absolutely adore this tank. I just think it's an amazing tank. People, yes, do compare it to the I can't even remember the tech tree version. But if you look at the stats from this to the tech tree version, it is worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, the stats are worse in this one. I mean, it does have more alpha. It does have more alpha, and it does have an extra 1 degree of gun depression. But it has 2,000 DPM. It has only just over 2,000 DPM. Now, oh my God, like my mind has just gone completely blank. The Tier 8 version, the Tech Tree version, it does have the more DPM, and it has that less alpha, and of course it is a Tech Tree tank, so you can get it for free. But I just think this tank it just stands out with that extra degree of gun depression. And Pantera, I've seen it. It's a Pantera. Oh my God, I couldn't think of it. So people, yes, do compare this to the Pantera. And they say that the Pantera is much better. And then my other video on when this tank first come out, people were saying that, like, just look at the stats. And yes, like, look at the stats. The stats are much better on the Pantera than they are this, except for that alpha and except for that 1 degree extra of gun depression. And to be honest, that makes all the difference. It does make all the difference to me, having that higher alpha shot instead of the lower and the DPM. I kind of like that. It does have less speed as well, which is unfortunate. But I do think this tank is really, really good. And there's just something about it. And you can see I've even got the ratings camouflage on it, the 5,000. I played it. It's really good. You can carry in this thing, even with it being an auto reloader. I love this auto reloading mechanism. I think it is fantastic. It just gives so much variety in the game. I mean, you can play it as a single shotgun, you can play it as an auto loader, or you can play it as an auto reloader. You can load 1 or 2 shells. It just brings that variety to the game that is just something completely different. And I like that it's balanced. The tank is balanced. It's a premium tank that is balanced, that is no longer OP, not like when we tested it. So with the price of this thing, I mean, at the moment it's 10,000 gold. I still think that's a reasonable price for this tank. Don't get me wrong, it is still a little bit high on the high side, but if you get this tank with the Lorraine, which has also come for sale, which I'll be doing a video hopefully tomorrow, 15,000 gold for the both of them. I think that is a reasonable price. I think that's actually a really, really good price. Now, 10,000 gold for this alone, again, I still think that's a reasonable price. And if you think it's a little bit too much, I mean, wait another 3 months. I do think it will come a little bit cheaper, around 8,000. I mean, the Lorraine is 8,500 gold. So, or I think it's 8,500, something like that. So, if you don't want to pay the 10,000 gold, just wait a couple of months, and I do reckon it will come back for a little bit cheaper. Not much cheaper, but it will come back a little bit cheaper than it is now. But I still think that the price is a good price. It's a good price. You're getting a nice tank for a good price. It makes credits. It does make credits as well. I mean, this battle, we're not going to, I think we're going to do like 2.5k damage, not much at all. But we still make quite good credits with the tank. The penetration isn't as good as the Pantera either. It is a little bit lower. So you might have to, especially in tier 9, start using a little bit of Pramo. But you're a medium tank, you're going to have to use Pramo against the heavy tanks anyway, unless you can get to the side of them, or unless you can get around the back of them. So you can see almost 90k credits for 2.5k damage. I don't think that was too bad at all. So we're going to watch this next game, and we're going to just show you how easy this is to carry. And we're going to watch Vibe, and he's on the Canyon map. Now, this isn't like a wow battle. It isn't a wow. He does a very, very good job, but he doesn't really do anything special. And that's what I love about this tank. You can carry in this tank. It is a tank you can carry. And it's quick enough to run away. If you're on your own, it's quick enough to run away. And because it is the auto reloader, you've got the free shells. So you can clear targets. You can clear targets pretty easily. I mean, go for the lower hit point targets, of course, if you can, just to clear the tank. So you can clear the tanks pretty easy, and you can pump out that damage pretty easy. I mean, you can dump 3 shells and then just reload 1 shell every single time. And that's normally how I play this tank. And I always recommend playing these auto reloaders the same way, regardless of what their reloads are. If you've got shots, take them. If you've got shots, take them. If you haven't got shots, of course, reload. Your DPM will be much better. But if you've got the shots, like now, like he's got the shot, but what he's doing is he plays it a little bit different, this guy, and he doesn't play it how I play it. He, a lot of the time, does go for the reload and tries to get maximum DPM as much as he can. And you're going to see around during the battle that he can take some shots, but he decides not to, and he decides to reload his shells instead. Now, that's good to do. That's good to do. It all depends on the hit points of the enemy. I mean, if you're coming up against this SU-152 and you've got 3 shells, I would just dump the 3 shells. I wouldn't worry about dumping 1 shell, reload, dumping 1 shell. However, if you're coming up against a tank that has around 700-800 hit points, then yes, it might be worth dumping a couple of shells or 1 shell, and then waiting to reload your full clip, and then going out and dumping your 3 shells. If you can clear that tank, just like he is going to, well, I thought he was going to do now, and he had 1 shell remaining. And instead of dumping that shell into that Borzik, he decides to come back and reload for his full magazine, which now, if he hits all of his shots, he should easily be able to clear this Borzik. But again, he's not taking any chances. I mean, he doesn't want to get shot. He doesn't want to get shot, which is the correct thing to do. When it's a 6-on-6, he wasn't going to risk his hit points to get a couple of, or even maybe just 1 more shot into that Borzik. So he's going to wait, and him waiting does have, it does pay. And you can see he has just taken out the Borzik. So that's 2 kills for our man Vibe here, and it is a 5 versus 5. And now he can go around the map, hide, and reload his magazine, his complete magazine, so he gets 3 shells. And if he reloads his 3 shells, he should be able to take out this J Panther 2 nice and easy. So he is going to go for him. He's going to poke up. He gets 1 shot there. And he is going to get another shot, and all of a sudden that guy's a 1 shot, and he can clear him just like that to bring it down now to a 4-on-3. He's done a pretty good job. I mean 2.5k damage, but it hasn't been anything special. He's taken his targets well. He's reloaded when he thinks he needs to reload, and now he has 3 shells remaining. He can come at the back of this or at the side of this Tiger 1. Unfortunately, does miss his shot there. So he's going to wait. It's now 3-on-3. He's going to wait. He's going to go for the track, and that is his last shell. So what he's going to do now, it's going to take 3 shells to take out this Tiger. It is. I mean, look, he had the shot there. I mean, he did actually take that shot. I thought he was going to wait, but he's not. So this is how I play it, and what he's doing now. I mean, this is where he knows he can't clear him in a 1 shot, so he reloads 2 shells. Now that is a perfect example how to play this tank. It is quicker reloading that 2nd shell than it is just reloading 1 shell all the time. So I think so. That's what he decided to do, and again, he's going to reload the 1 shell. And at this point in the game, the Tiger 2 is not looking at him. He's looking for the T-32, and he can just pump out each shell as it reloads. And he's got enough hit points. He can even take a shot if he wants. But well played. 5 kills and 4.5k damage, and of course he is going to get that mastery badge. So that is the Progetto. A really nice tank. It is a really nice tank, and for that price I do think it is a pretty good price. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy69. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye. With